is Piotr Maksych. I'm the Managing Director of Cluster of Hydrogen Technologies. Our cluster now has got over 55 companies working in the decarbonization and hydrogen sector. We started as a cluster in 2016 when not many people believed in hydrogen technologies in Poland. Actually, it was only 6 companies to begin with. Then in 2019, 2020, more and more companies started to join. In 2019, on one of our conferences, Polish Conference for Hydrogen Energy and Technologies, we have signed the agreement to establish Pomeranian Hydrogen Valley. From that time, we still actually want, to build decarbonized, hydrogen-based region here in Pomerania. Now it is time for change. Now we all know that it's the high time to leave fossil fuels from Russia. This is the biggest challenge we are all facing at the moment. First of all, you have to know that here in Gdańsk is Lotos. Lotos is the refinery which has got a huge hydrogen production potential. It is one of the biggest hydrogen producers in Europe. So based on this hydrogen, we would like to make our first steps towards hydrogenic economy. Here in Gdańsk, our companies decided to establish cluster for hydrogen technologies, and our local government is willing to develop Pomeranian Hydrogen Valley. In terms of hydrogen technologies, Poland is an emerging market. Now this year in Poznań, there are going to be a first real trade shows for hydrogen companies and hydrogen technologies. So this trade show in May in Poznań is going to be a real test for our national companies and our governments. We're gonna see if we are really ready for this decarbonization and what else is needed. We're gonna see the new Polish technologies. We're gonna hear about our local and national strategies. So we will see. And then in October, there's a huge conference, Polish Conference for Hydrogen Energy and Technologies, which is organized by our cluster. It's the 5th edition, so our cluster was the first hydrogen cluster in Poland. We also had the biggest Polish on international scale, translated to many languages and broadcasted all over the world conference for hydrogen technologies. So this year is the 5th edition. Here in Gdańsk, Gdynia, we're gonna talk about our strategies, about technologies, about R&D, and also new IT technologies in this decarbonization. And in October, in Gdynia, in Pomeranian Science and Technology Park, we're gonna talk about hydrogen technologies on our 5th edition of the conference. It's going to be the high time to actually talk to local governments, national experts, and to see if we are really ready as the region for decarbonization. It's going to show us how the new IT technologies are going to help with decarbonizing the sector. We're going to listen to experts to tell us more about how to build efficient hydrogen valleys. We're going to try to map the local ecosystem, and together with international partners, we're going to talk how really clusters can collaborate for this decarbonization, actually in the whole Europe. We are the part of H2 Global Consortium, that's the COSME project, and we are really proud to be able to take part in this amazing initiative. We can learn a lot from the partners around Europe, from the clusters, which are definitely bigger, definitely better, but this is a huge chance for us to learn, to take the chances to meet national European experts. But the cluster is not only me, it's a whole team actually working. So in a few moments, we're gonna listen to Eva, who is our legal expert. She's not long with us, but her knowledge and experience is a huge value.
Hello, my name is Eva and I joined the clusters team only this week as a regulatory expert. I have worked with the energy and climate regulations for the last 6 years, and I'm really excited about being able to contribute this knowledge to add it to the daily work of the cluster. We are facing now a generational challenge of the climate change, and Europe is leading in the race to become the very first climate neutral continent. This requires a systemic change, and this change will not happen without the proper regulations in place. The objective of climate neutrality and the urgent need of the energy transition is no less important here in Poland. It is even more important since many challenges persist as our starting point in this race was different. I am convinced that the clusters and business communities have a central role to play as the main drivers of this change. And this is exactly what we are doing here in the cluster.
So welcome from Gdańsk. Today we are meeting international delegation and we are going to visit one of our clusters companies, Rockfin. So we are here at Rockfin. And now the meeting will start very soon for our international delegation from Serbia. And we're going to talk about possible cooperation between chambers of commerce and clusters. So at the end of the day, the delegation has just left. We visited Rockfin company. So really cool place, honestly speaking, but due to very strict NDA policy, we are not allowed to take any pictures or to do some filming, so we didn't have the materials from it, but it was worth it. New projects on the horizon, so very cool day, honestly. So thank you very much for being with us, watching our cluster of hydrogen technologies, and stay healthy. All the best to you, and all the best to all people from Ukraine.